differences. September 11th. Raise your hands if you know what happened on September 11th. We saw that. It was on every channel. There wasn't a channel you could go to without seeing those planes flying into the building. Now, there was a study out there that said children ages 5 to 7 could not tell the difference between what's real and what's not. So I'm going to give you an example of what that looks like. How many of you have seen the movie Monsters, Inc.? Okay, all right. 1,000 times like I have? Okay. So you know in the movie towards the end when Mike and Sully are flying on that roller coaster of doors, opening doors, trying to catch Randall, the bad guy. You guys remember that part of the movie? Okay. So my daughter's 5.5 at the time. We're watching that part of the movie, and she looks at me and goes, "Dad, that looks like a neat ride. Can we go on that?" That's a computer-generated cartoon, and she couldn't tell it wasn't real. That's what the study's saying. Well, they've revamped the study. The study now says children ages 5, and in some cases up to age 12, cannot tell the difference between what's real and what's not. You know that every time a child in that age group saw the planes flying into the building, potentially in their brain, it registered as a new plane flying to a new building. If they saw that image repeated 100 times, potentially in their brain, 100 new planes just flew into 100 new buildings. If tonight on the 6 o'clock news they see a plane flies into a building in downtown Edmonton, Toronto, Vancouver, Calgary, they're going to let it go, "It's not a big deal. I've seen it happen 100 times. Let's go play." How many times do you have to be exposed to this stuff before you become desensitized to it? I want to talk about desensitization for just a moment. I want you to raise your hands if you've seen the old movie The Exorcist. Raise your hands if you've seen the old movie The Exorcist. Okay, put your hands down. I have not seen the movie The Exorcist, and I have no desire to see the movie The Exorcist, but I can tell you what happened when it was released. See, part of the reason why I didn't see it, I wasn't old enough. If you look at the back sleeve, it's rated R. You have to be 18 years of age to see it, so I wasn't old enough when it was released. But I can tell you what happened all across Canada on the news, national news. People were throwing up in the theaters because of the disturbing scenes they were seeing on the screens. Managers of theaters were actually getting into fights with customers who were demanding their money back because they were not going to stay and watch this rest of this disgusting movie. You know, the youth in Canada that look at the movie The Exorcist now laugh at certain parts because it seems so fake compared to what you're used to seeing. That's desensitization. Being exposed to something over and over and over where it just seems to be normal. And you need to be aware of that. Stuff that was causing people to throw up in theaters 40 years ago. You guys are laughing at now. That's crazy. This year's study says if television had never been developed, hypothetically speaking, in the U.S. every year, there would be 10,000 fewer homicides, 70,000 fewer sexual assaults, and 700,000 fewer assaults causing injuries. That's the power of media in your lives. In some cases, as parents, we use it as a babysitting tool for our children. Take a look at this guy's website, www.killology.com. This guy used to train U.S. soldiers to become killing machines, train them on paper targets and silhouettes. When they went to war, the kill ratio they were expecting did not materialize, so they did a study wondering why. And what the study revealed was, well, it's not paper targets and silhouettes popping on the side, it's real people. So your soldiers are hesitating. So they had to revamp their training. They designed interactive killing simulators, basically video games.